Hey there guys, what's up? It's all about Mike18 here with another discussion video. I did one of these a few weeks ago. I did a discussion video on movie theater viewings, how many times you've seen a movie in the theaters. Now I'm doing a discussion video, but I'm not doing it, another discussion video, but I'm not doing it on one specific type of movie. I'm doing it on the box office. So that's right guys. I hope that you'll stick around and watch the whole entire video because I have a lot of interesting points I'd like to bring up and thoughts I'd like to bring up about the box office and the future of the worldwide box office, not just the U.S. box office, the foreign and domestic box office, both of them, because let me just say this much: I'm getting a little worried, and if you guys who follow me, you guys know. You're moviegoers as well. I think all moviegoers should definitely be worried about the current state of affairs for the foreign and domestic box office because it just doesn't look like it's doing as good as it should be doing. That's all I want to say. So that's what I'm going to get into in this video, guys. I'm going to be discussing the box office. And the reason why I was officially inspired to make this video, I had been thinking about this topic for weeks now because this whole summer movie season, we had great, really good movies come out, but they just didn't get the box office numbers they sort of deserved. And I'm really starting to wonder what the hell is going on here. Why are the box office numbers just dwindling for these movies? But anyway, over the past few weeks I've been thinking about this topic, but then finally this weekend when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, and this is what definitely inspired me to make the video. Guardians of the Galaxy came out this weekend and it earned $93 million, a big surprise. I think somewhere over in Schmoesville, Mark Ellis is laughing hysterically because he predicted the Guardians of the Galaxy would make a killing at the box office, and everyone else, including myself, thought it wasn't going to do that great. You know, it was going to do decent. I knew it would make a good 50, 60 million, but I did not think in any way it was going to go over 90 million. And it got me thinking when I read the final numbers. I'm like, wow, that's pretty damn impressive. I'm actually happy for the movie. It actually really deserved all of that money because it was a really good movie. And if you would like to catch my review on it, it's already up on my channel. But nowhere did I think it was going to make that much, and it surprised a lot of people too. And unfortunately, Guardians of the Galaxy is one of the only big films, biggest box office films we've had this summer. Now, granted, we've had a lot of box office hits this summer, but the problem is they haven't been as much of a hit as they could have been, or as they should have been. Because if you guys have been following, news articles online, you'll know that the total intake of the box office, the numbers have definitely gone down from this year in comparison with last year and the year before, 2013, 2012, 2011. I think we hit an all-time low since 2008. I want to say, but don't quote me on that. I saw that somewhere, and it's the internet, and you can never fully trust the internet. But there is no lie when it's definitely, and it's even prevalent. You don't even need to read a news article with giving people's opinions on the decline of the box office. You can look at the numbers yourself and say, holy crap, that has gone down. Like, take, for example, one of the biggest upsets of this year in regards to the box office was the 4th of July weekend. Transformers Age of Extinction was #1 for the second weekend, but it didn't even make over 40 million. And that's sad for the 4th of July weekend. Okay, so what's basically concerning me, guys, and what I basically want to talk about in the video is that the box office isn't doing as well as it should, and it definitely should pose concerns for fellow moviegoers. Like, it should definitely pose concerns for you guys. It's definitely posing a concern for me. Because here's what I'm thinking about all of this. The box office isn't doing that well. What will that normally mean? An increase, and guess what that increase is going to be in the price of movie theater tickets. Lower box office performance, movies making less money, definitely going to raise the prices up. Now, this is what's honestly concerning me, because I already pay enough to go to the movies. I really don't want to pay any more. Granted, if they raise the price of admission another $1, $2, am I still going to go pay to see the movie? Of course I am. That's just what I do. I love going to the movies. But, I really don't want it to have to come to that, and I think that's where the box office is honestly headed after this summer. I'm on Wikipedia. I'm taking a look at some of the movies that came out this year, And the highest grossing movie with the best opening box office weekend so far is Transformers Age of Extinction at $100 million. And the highest grossing film of 2014 so far is also Transformers Age of Extinction at $1 billion. That's another thing I want to bring up real quickly. Transformers Age of Extinction was the first film of this year to cross the $1 billion mark. I got to congratulate it for that. It's pretty impressive to do. But anyway, that's also a sad factor that only one movie out of however many movies we had this year was able to pass $1 billion. That scares me. Okay, now granted, we still have a few movies left this year that could put the box office over $1 billion. I think the only one that'll come close to doing it, however, for the rest of the year is Mockingjay Part 1, Hunger Games. Interstellar, I think, is going to make a lot. I don't think it's going to make enough to get it to $1 billion. But Mockingjay, I think, has decent chances. However, the first two Hunger Games didn't even cross $1 billion. Catching Fire just made like 800 million. So even that, I don't even know if it can hit $1 billion. So it looks like that the only film this year that could hit $1 billion is Transformers: Age of Extinction. Now that's still good. At least we have a movie that's hitting $1 billion. But that's not good in another sense. If you take a look at all the films last year in 2012 that took home over $1 billion, we had Frozen, we had Iron Man 3, and I believe we had one other. I'm looking at a list right now. Nope, that's it. I want to say that one of the Hobbit movies, now that was 2012, Hobbit Unexpected Journey, made that much. But I get, oh wow, the most recent Hobbit movie did not even make $1 billion. Wow. Hobbit Unexpected Journey. And then Desolation Smaug, yeah, where is... Oh, it did. It came close. It almost made $1 billion. It made $958 million. So last year we only had two. This year we could only have one. You know, and then Hunger Games Catching Fire, I'm looking at the highest grossing films of all time, it made $864 million. 864.5. So even last year went downhill from 2012. 2012, and ticket prices have obviously gone up over the years. 2012, we had The Avengers, we had Skyfall, The Dark Knight Rises, and Hobbit Unexpected Journey. 4 movies made the $1 billion club. Then 2011, another good year. We had Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 2, Transformers Dark of the Moon, and Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. So that scares me that this year we can only have one movie hit the $1 billion club. And that scares me because that shows that audiences are not going to the movies as much as they used to. And that's honestly what's starting to bother me. And I'm trying to ask myself, why is that? Why did we have a few flops this year? Take a look at Edge of Tomorrow. Granted, it came out against The Fault in Our Stars that weekend. But The Fault in Our Stars didn't even really make that much either. Almost 50 million in its opening weekend. And that was it. Died down. We have only had a few movies that have... had consecutive good weekends at the box office this year. Ride Along was number 1 at the box office for 3 weekends, as was the Lego Movie, and as was Captain America the Winter Soldier. Then, throughout the whole summer movie season, we've only had 2 movies so far be number 1 at the box office for 2 weekends in a row, and that was Transformers Age of Extinction and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. And the highest grossing of all of that is $100 million. Last year... You know, this year, Age of Extinction made that $100 million on its first opening weekend on June 27th. Last year, we were way ahead of the game because Iron Man 3 came out on May 5th and it made $174 million. And then Man of Steel came out a few weeks after that, a month after that, in June, and made $116 million. So that was already 2 films right off the bat with their opening weekends. They made over $100 million. Transformers: Age of Extinction is the only film to make that this year, and we're halfway through. We're more than halfway done with this year. And going on to the rest of 2013, we also had Catching Fire, I believe. Yeah, Catching Fire also made over $100 million opening weekend. So this year, the box office, you can definitely tell there's been a decline. Now, a lot of people are trying to figure out what it is. It could be a reason. There could be many different factors. To be honest, it could be increased ticket prices. Could be a reason. Maybe less people stop going to the movies. Another thing that, and I don't know if this really truly affects the box office numbers, but it definitely could, and I want to bring up the Expendables 3 with this. A lot of people are saying that it's pirated movies. How the movies that are supposed to be coming out within the next few weeks, or whatever, at any time period, they get released early online on these illegal websites, okay? And a perfect example is the Expendables 3. The Expendables 3 was released on several websites a week ago. Now, it's been taken down from most sites, but it was released and several people did see it. If you go on YouTube and go in look at the trailer for one of the trailers for the Expendables 3, look at the comments. Look at how many people will say that they've already seen the movie leaked online. That could definitely be another reason. So when the Expendables 3 comes out in a week, or about a week and a half from now, and the movie doesn't crack 30 million, you know why. One reason why it's definitely decreased. Hundreds of people have already seen the movie illegally online. And I even was on this website. It's called Putlocker. I was on it, and I don't watch new movies on there. I only watch movies that are hard to find or movies I don't own in my Blu-ray collection, okay? I don't do that stuff. And the movie was on the site. I clicked on it and I played the first 2 minutes of it, and I'm like, holy shit, this is the whole entire movie. It was uploaded, and it was in good HD quality too. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And there was a leak. Apparently Lionsgate is now suing whoever leaked the copy of the movie online. So that's one reason, okay? So definitely it could be increased ticket prices and the fact that a lot of movies get released online a week or a few weeks before they come out in the theaters. Now, don't get me wrong. The box office isn't tanking, and it's not the end of the world here. I am so glad we had Guardians of the Galaxy to finally save our rear ends by making $94 million. That's very good, because other than that, we had Dawn of the Planet of the Apes recently, but then in the last few weeks we had Lucy, only didn't make that much, and it was a weekend that weekend, and then the week after that, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was number one and only made 36. Stuff like that. That's definitely hurting the box office. I really don't know what it is. Now, here's where I'm scared. Here's why I'm scared, guys. It's mainly because I am not a casual moviegoer. I am the type of moviegoer that literally goes to the movies nearly every single weekend. This whole entire summer, I think I skipped maybe 2 or 3 weekends. I went the first 4 weeks in May. I went every weekend to the movies. I saw Amazing Spider-Man 2, Neighbors, Godzilla, and X-Men Days of Future Past. Then I went all 5 weeks in May, 4 weeks in May, and then I saw Million Ways to Die in the West. Saw that. And then even the first few weeks of June I skipped 1 week in June, and then in July I skipped 1 weekend I didn't go. Other than that, I went to the movies nearly so roughly 3 to 4 weekends I didn't go to the movies, about 3. Okay, so I go to the movies a lot, and my problem with the decline in the box office is the less the box office makes, the less certain movies make at the box office, the more likely a chance we have it raising ticket prices. Now, I see most of my movies with matinee. I go to the matinees early in the morning, 10, 11, 12 in the 12 in the afternoon, 10, 11 in the morning. That's how I see most of my movies, because anytime past like 2 o'clock at my local theater, they charge $12.50 for 2D and like $14 for 3D, and I'm like, get out of here. No way am I paying that. So I tend to not go to the movies that late during the day. I try to never do that. Okay, that's why I don't go to a lot of Thursday night screenings. Alright, Guardians of the Galaxy just came out. I had the chance to go to the Thursday night screening. One reason why I steered away from it, I didn't feel like paying $12.25, $12.50. So I normally pay $10.50 every single time I go to a matinee. Now, originally, about 2 years ago, it was $9.50. Would you believe that? It raised to $10. Did I say $10.50? I meant $10.25. It raised to $10 this past January. Finally, after like a year and a half, it raised to $10, and even $10. So I would just hand a $10 bill and they'd give me my ticket when I'd go for the matinee. Now in the last 2 months, I think 2-3 months ago, it went back up to $10.25, and I'm definitely fearing that the bargain matinee is going to go up to $10.50 by next January. I honestly think that could happen if we have a poor rest of the summer box office, the summer movie season. Because honestly, out of all the movies left to come out, I think the only one that's honestly going to put a dent in the box office is going to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that's not good, okay? Because we still have 2 more weeks of August after TMNT, and if we don't make a lot of money, that's not good. So guys, what I want to know from you is, what do you think about the current state of the box office? Are you concerned? Do you fear that we're going to have to start paying more? As a moviegoer yourself, do you fear we're going to have to start paying more? What do you think about this, guys? Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Predict if you think any other movies coming out this year are going to make a lot of money. I'm hoping that they do, or else things are not going to look good for ticket prices. So, and who doesn't love going to the movies? I love it. So I really don't want to see the box office crumble in ruin. I really don't. That's the last thing I want to see. So definitely go to the movies more, guys. I know you got to spend the money, but spend the money now, so next year we don't have to pay more if you want to go to the movies. So next year you got Avengers 2, you got, in the year after that, Batman vs. Superman, you got the new Jurassic World movie, you got the new Star Wars. How many people are going to pay to see that? You want to go see those movies? I would say start seeing movies now so the ticket prices don't rise, because I see it happening, and I really don't want that to happen. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and leave me your thoughts on this issue down below in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. Bye, guys.